Hello everybody. In my last video, I made a quick short video. I had just gotten in this little all aluminum one pedal foot switch from Mammoth Guitar Parts, $8.96. I wanted an extra one more foot switch to go with the three that come with the Stomp. As you can see, it's the same black sparkle. Not that that matters to some people, but it matches perfectly to the HX Stomp. The reason I'm making this video is I had kicking around when I made this project a latching foot switch, probably from some other pedal I took apart or some project I had. So I had this lying about. It works fine, but when you go to assign a controller to it, it comes up automatically as latching in the HX Stomp. So you're going to have to change that. If you leave it on latching, let me again show you here. You actually have to press it twice to turn it on and twice to turn it off, which obviously makes that useless. So if you go and you set it to momentary in the HX Stomp, even though it is a latching foot switch, it'll now work correctly as one press for on, one press for off, like it should. So you can get around by resetting when you do controller assign, just make sure it's set to momentary. Or as I learned after the fact, Scott from Helix Channel actually mentioned that it does not accept latching foot switches, but I already had it pretty much soldered up and ready to go, or I would have taken the time and ordered a momentary, which if you're going to do this project, I would recommend. Also, on a side note, I have now pretty much compacted my rig to the HX Stomp, my extra foot switch, and originally I was looking at like a Mission Engineering or a Ernie Ball or some kind of expression pedal. But I found this little guy on Amazon for $45, and it is, of course, it is plastic, but it actually, believe it or not, feels a little heavier duty plastic than my original crappy Line 6 expression pedal, and it's about the size of a cell phone. So all that fits quite nicely into the top of my gig bag. So, like I said, quite useful. I love my Helix to death, and it does things that, you know, with the Variax and a VDI cable that Stomp will never dream of doing. But I play covers in a bar band, kind of like a Weekend Warrior thing. So it works for me. This, I know a lot of people say it can be a backup fly rig, but for me, it's going to be, for now, for what I do, my main rig, because many of the places we play are small bars that, you know, were never designed to have a live band. So, you know, it's like, hey, move the pool table and there you go, boys, there's your stage. So for me, having something this small, it's a compact setup. I literally bring my gig bag, which fits my Stomp, everything in it, and my mic stand. I am ready to go. And much to the chagrin of the rest of the band, when it's time to leave, drummer hasn't even broken the cymbals off the kit yet, and I am packed up and ready for the car. So for me, it works. It'll never replace the Helix, but for, you know, you guys in a cover band, or, you know, something where you only need a couple of sounds, and as much as I love my Helix, I find that I don't use it to its full ability, and it's big to take to a gig. For guys that do that, you know, professionals, then there's plenty of people out there with plenty of good videos on, you know, using it professionally and the sounds you get. But for this video is for the hacks like myself that are out there just ham and egging it. It makes a really great rig. Sounds just as good as the Helix, and like I said, I got a small package. I can get it in and out to a gig, done, and I'd recommend it. As you know, for me it works. I mean, if you need 50 delays on it once, or you know, 10 foot switches, then you know, get a Helix, because it's awesome also. And I love my Helix. I'd never get rid of it. But this works better for my situation, for you live band guys or small club gig guys. You know, it works. The only thing I could say, down the road, it'd be really sweet if Line 6 will let you make another snapshot with this instead of just having 3 snapshots. That would be really great someday down the road. Anyway, it's a good rig for, like I said, Weekend Warrior guys. It's a nice little rig. You don't have to pop for a big Helix. Believe me, if you do, Helix is well worth it. It does everything. There's a couple of things I miss, like, you know, being able to switch from an acoustic in the chorus of a song to back to a Les Paul, which you can't do. But if anything, the Stomp forces you to kind of refigure how you're going to play in your set list and how you're going to play. It kind of, you know, you have to pretty much narrow it down to the effects you need, and in a way that's kind of good. because when you first get your Helix, as you all know, you can have 50,000 things running at once, and sure, it sounds great, but how many do you really need to reproduce what you're doing live? Anyway, enough with the yammering. It's a good little setup if you're a kind of a ham and egg like myself. Good little setup. But if you get the box, $8.96, Mammoth Guitar Pots, pop for another $2 and get yourself a momentary one. That's all for now. Bye.